welcome back to my channel. This is Janet and we're here with a brand new video where I show you guys how you guys can become your own VTuber. That's right, it is part 2 of a series on how you can become your own VTuber. Now, if you have any questions or concern, you can always join the Discord. I'll put the link down below. I also stream every now and then on Twitch, so I'll also put that link down below. No further ado, if you guys need a refresher, please check the first video. It's going to be in the upper right corner, just so you guys can know where we last left off. But let me tell you all the important key parts. Always remember to save your work, no matter what you're doing. Make sure when you're meshing, if you're doing it manually or automatically, to be sure that the mesh is nice and clean, as well as close as possible to your image layer. Secondly, make sure you have a texture office. Alright, we're up to speed where we last left off, so let's just jump right into it. Here we are back in Live2D. This is going to be a many-part series where I'm going to show you guys how to animate each parameters in X, Y, Z, your eye open and closing, as well as the physics. So please bear with me. I know it's been a while since I created a video, but hopefully I can fix that. So we are going to learn Angle X today. Angle X is when you move your head left to right. Turning, you see? Turning. But we're gonna learn how to do that today. So let's get started. What I like to do is I like to make a new folder. I like to call it the core folder. You can name it however you like, but this is what I like to name my folder. Reason why I name it the core is because I like to just put all the parameters in this folder. Now, you don't have to do what I'm doing, but just to keep everything nice and clean when you're in Live2D, I recommend you guys to. Also, don't forget to save your work. So, let's get started. Angle X is when you turn left to right, which is fun. So, we are going to start off with a couple parts. We are going to introduce you guys to the next set of buttons that you need to focus on. So next to your automatic mesh generator, to the right, there's a button called Create Warp Deformer. Next to that, you got your Create Rotation Deformer. Last but least, you got your Rotation Deformer Creation Tool. Now I will show you guys how you guys can use the Rotation Deformer Creation Tool, but that won't be until later on. The two key points you're going to be learning is how to create a warp deformer and a rotation deformer. But first, in this video, we're mostly going to be focused on creating warp deformers. Okay, over here you got a tab called Parameter. Underneath it, you have Expand All tab. You got Add to keyforms, add 3 keyforms, delete all keyforms, edit keyforms manually, show only the parameters active for selected object. To the far right of that area, you got option for paste form special, and then you got your show palette menu. Again, if you have any questions or concern, or if you need extra help on how to use Live2D, feel free to leave a comment down below, or join the Discord, or come by on Twitch. I do stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays after 8 p.m. Central Time, sometimes 8:30 or 9. It all just depends. Either way, so we are gonna create our first. Either way, we're going to create our first warp deformer. Not only that we're gonna create that, we're also gonna attach it to angle X. So, first things first, we are doing the head first. So what I like to do, whether you guys have your head all one layer, or you have 2 layers for your head, or 3, however so, make sure you click all your head pieces. And I like to include the blush in this section. So I clicked on all the blushes, and I am going to create a warp deformer. Like so. Destination part, I'm gonna put it in the core folder. Just to put all my destination part, if you guys created the core folder, I recommend you put it there. Just so you separate your deformers from your layers. And it's just very neat to keep together. So we're gonna name this head XY. And there you have it. It's gonna have a green box in a red box. It's gonna look weird. That's fine. At this time, I do recommend you go to the inspector part. In the inspector tab, you have your name, your ID, your part where it's saying where the parameters at, which is in the core folder. I like, before we get started, to increase the number of conversion division. Right now it's 5 by 5. I like to increase it to a 9 by 9. Okay? At this time, make sure you have your warp deformer clicked on, which is your head XY. Make sure you click on the angle X parameter. In order to add your keyforms, I like to make it simple and just add the 3 keyformers. What that does is gonna add 3 green dots on this parameter, which is what you want. So center, when it's in the middle, your head is just gonna be default. When it goes to the left, negative, and move your head to the left, like so. Let me make it easier for y'all can see by getting rid of the hair, the eyes. Just gonna get rid of it for now. Okay, so let me show you guys one more time what it's gonna look like. So if you want to move between the points, make sure you right click on the points that you want to go to. Make sure when you click on this that you're at a keyformer point, because if not, let me show y'all. If not, it's not gonna look right, like so. So, hit Ctrl+Z if you made a mistake. Make sure before we get started to hit your save button. You don't need your eyes, you don't need your nose, you don't need your mouth layer, you don't need your bangs, nothing like that right now. If you want, you can just hide everything, but I like to hide certain layers and I like to keep the body shown. It's just weird to look at a head by itself, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go to the -30 point, which is your left point. What you're gonna do is click on your deformer right here. You're gonna hold shift and click and move it to the left, like so. Okay, right click, go back to the center and just test it. As you can see, my head is moving towards the left. Now, here is the magic word. So we're gonna go back to the left point. Okay, so remember to right click to -30 point. Remember your show palette menu. We're gonna click on that. Okay? The next important thing you wanna look at is your reflect motion. What that is going to do is gonna make your life so much easier. So we're just gonna do that. Right here is gonna show you your warp deformer, which is head XY. It's gonna say angle X current parameter, and it says basic settings. You're not gonna change the settings. You're just gonna leave it how it is, reflect horizontally. And what that does once you hit OK, go back to the center, just move to the right, and it automatically does it, guys. Look how simple is that. Look at that, guys. Look at the magic. You didn't have to click hold shift and move it to the right. It did it for you, which is a very handy tool. Now, if you want to do it manually, you can. Don't let me stop you. But why make your life harder? That's all I gotta say. So, yes, even though we turn our heads left to right, our head isn't always going to look straight like this. It's not gonna be centered. When you see me turn right now, let me zoom in. This is the model you guys should focus on. Me, the actual model. But when you turn your head to the right, as you can see, our head is actually facing that direction. The nose, the mouth, the eyes. One eye looks further away than the other. And then we're going to do the same thing, turning our head to the left. It's the same thing. Our head is facing the direction that we're turned. Same thing when you look up. Our head is looking upwards. Our eyes are gonna be, you know. And then if we look downwards, you know, all that is just common sense in how you guys animate your work in your model. So let me show y'all how y'all can do that. Okay. Oh, wait. We are gonna show you. Huh. Okay. So, back to the left key form. What you guys are gonna do, I'm gonna zoom on in here. The edit levels are what you're gonna be using. Are you using number 1, number 2, or number 3? I like to start off with number 2. I also like to do smooth 3 right here. And from there, I like to click on this X. It's gonna get rid of that red box. We're no longer moving the head. We are gonna be moving the key center point of our head. So if you hit shift and click on this middle green point, move it to the left. As you guys can see, this is why I add the blush so you guys can see. My head is slowly turning, but that's just the center point. You are going to play around with this to kind of get it at an angle that you like. Like, so far so good, right? But all I can tell you, our head doesn't stay straight. Our head is at an angle. That is all I gotta say. So I am playing around with this. And it's okay if you don't hold shift all the time. It's your head. Your head is not gonna be always perfect size and shape all the time. I like to do it like that. You just play around with it. Reason why I say, in case if you want to use a level 3, sometimes people like to use this layer. I surely don't. But what you do is, okay. If you want the red line to come back, you can click off your warp deformer and click back on. You'll see this around the points again. I'm just shrinking the head a little bit, and voila! Our head at an angle when we're turning left. This is what you guys want. You want something to look realistic as possible, but in 2D form. You guys have to play around with the angles. So we did that. And if you want, you can go back to the center and just kind of rotate and just see how the angle looks like. If you don't like it, you can play around with it. Don't, then you know, you did what you gotta do. I don't know why it doesn't stay. So, before you guys ask, yes, you can reflect the motion and do it horizontal. And then just make sure the other side looks clean. Right now, the other side doesn't look as great as I want it to be, but we can definitely fix that. Learning how to animate your VTube model takes time and patience, especially if you're trying to make it look really good. In order to make it look really good, a lot of people have their avatar model have many layers. Some VTubers, they have their models very complex. Some keep it very simple as possible. The only downfall keeping it simple is that you are limited in how you can move around and whatnot, compared to other people that have their models in many layers. They have more freedom to give motion to their avatar. Like my head, even though it's 2 pieces, to me, I don't think your head needs to be in multiple layers. It just needs to be in some layers. So me having 2 layers is just perfectly fine. Some people have many layers. Like they separate the headline, like literally everything. Which I'm telling you guys don't need to. But we got our angle X done for our head. Now if you like, you can put your blushes in another deformer. So you can click on your blushes and just move the designation part. I'm gonna call this blush angle or blush XY adjust. Okay. Make sure when you create the warp deformer, it's not gonna show green here, so we gotta add the keyforms. So now, if you guys want, you guys can adjust this layer to your liking. As you guys can see, look, I'm adjusting this layer. Same thing, I'm adjusting this layer. Make sure when you create a warp deformer within another warp deformer, always click on your parameter and add keyforms before you do any kind of adjustment. And you see, I like how my angle X is looking. So the next part I'm gonna show you guys is going to be your brows and your eyes. What do I mean by that? Well, you're going to see. We're gonna create a warp deformer for our brows. We're gonna put the destination in the core, and we're gonna name the brows XY. Create everything. Now, pay attention. Everything that's in your eye layer, where you have special effects for the eyes, or tears and whatnot, be sure to click on all that belongs to your eye level. So whether you have your top lash separated or your mini lash separated, your eyeshadow, your bottom lash, your crease line, your eyeball, your iris, your eyeshadow, your highlight, everything that belongs in the eye, click on it. It's gonna look like this. It's a hot mess, but it's fine. What we're gonna do is create a warp deformer to just keep it all together. We're gonna call it eyes XY. And right there creates a deform for everything within your eyes. So, what I'm gonna show you, this is the last part for angle X this is just part 1 of Angle X. There is going to be a part 2. So after this, it's gonna be let's be continue. But create your work deformers for your brows and your eyes. You're gonna click on Angle X, add 3 keyforms. What you're gonna do next, just watch carefully, is bring your keyform to the left, hold shift, make sure both of your work deformers are clicked on, hold shift and drag to the left, like so. Oh, yes, I know, it doesn't look great right now. That is fine. What we're gonna do is work on this. Dun, dun, dun. I gotta show my expressions. Yes, my expressions are just everywhere. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just doing this so I can see the other stuff. You know what? Let's just do the brow first. Honestly, watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shrink. You know what? No, Control Z. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna click on just this brow. Shrink the brow a little bit. Because if you think about it, this brow does get smaller when you turn in a certain direction. Don't you guys think so? I think so. This can stay the same, or you can enlarge it a little bit if you like. Up to you. I ain't stopping you. So there goes our brow. Honestly, I like the brow how it is. I'm not gonna mess with it. Next are the eyes. Oh. The eyes are gonna be a little challenging, but hopefully I can explain it to y'all right. We're just gonna keep the tears. So honestly, our eye, especially the right eye, is going to shrink. I'm gonna shrink it down. And shrink it down. Right? Honestly. I'm gonna make this smaller. Just making it, you know, itty bitty smaller. Itty bitty smaller. Are you kidding me? Oh, she like that. As for this, we kind of want to expand it a little bit, enlarge it. Reason why I say you want to enlarge it, because our eye does kind of get bigger when we're turning and facing in a single direction. So I like that so far, right? I think I really like it, right? So if you want, yes, we're gonna click on both of the deformers and just reflect the motion. Reflect horizontally. Now, I will tell you this, not all the time is gonna reflect it exactly to look the same on the other side. So, what I like to tell y'all, if y'all do this, please make sure you guys save before y'all do this. And then just do a little adjusting. We're gonna fix up the brow, because my brow is like out and about, and that isn't cute. And yeah, I like it. But you guys are seeing something when I'm turning my head right now? My pupil. Oh, my eyeball is moving in the opposite direction to still focus on y'all. I'm going to show you guys all of that in the next video. So come back for part 2. I'm sorry, you guys are probably enjoying the step-to-step tutorial, but this is a series where I'm showing you guys how to angle everything and add keyforms, do all of that in this tutorial. And this is how you guys can become your own VTube model. I know I'm spoiling the fun right now, but I have to. So, in this video, before I end this video, be sure to save your work like I'm doing. Save your work, please. I don't want people messaging down below in the comments or in the Discord saying like, oh, my parameter isn't coming out like how yours did. Oh, I messed up by not saving my work. Oh, I messed up because I forgot to click and add the keyforms for the warp deformer on the parameter. Like, come on guys. Take your time. Don't rush with your model. Especially if you want a good model. That being said, let me recap what we learned in this video. I showed you guys how to create a warp deformer, how it will look like. I have introduced you guys to creating a rotation deformer as well as a rotation deformer creation tool. I have yet to teach you guys how to use these tools, but I introduced y'all to it. Next, I showed you guys the parameter on how to add keyforms. Very simple. We're mostly going to use either 1 or 2. I will show you guys how to edit keyforms manually, but not today's video. Showed you guys the show palette menu and how you guys can reflect your motion horizontally so you don't have to do it manually. We learned how to make your head look more realistic when turning left to right. Right? Not only that, I showed you this area a little bit, which is fine. And that is it for 𝐒𝐿 your head XY, with everything else coming soon. Once we finish 𝐒𝐿, I'm going to show you 𝐒𝐿. 𝐒𝐿 is the most easiest part to learn, but 𝐒𝐿, oh, I hate it. I hate it with a passion. You have to be patient with it. And that's why I am creating this tutorial so y'all can learn. So you guys don't get frustrated on how to do each parameter. And that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial video. I know it's a hot mess, but we are going to get there slowly to the finish line. Again, leave some comments down below if you guys have any questions or concerns. Join the Discord. I like to meet anyone who is a VTuber themselves or trying to be. And if you guys are learning, feel free to join it. I love to answer your questions and concerns there, as well as come say hi to me on Twitch. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, sometimes Saturdays and Sundays. But again, thank you for stopping by. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified when a new video comes out. Until then, guys, thank you, mwah, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you.